Hello, welcome to Comrie's Corner. I am State Senator Leroy Comrie, and I am proud to represent and serve the 14th State Senate District in Queens. Here at Comrie's Corner, we focus on issues surrounding state politics by talking to people like legislators, advocates, and active community members so we can gain valuable insight into the most pressing concerns affecting everyday New Yorkers in our local Queens community. We hope our show doesn't just inform you, but also inspires you to get involved in government or within your community. Today, we are fortunate to be joined by Aaliyah Abraham. She is the president and founder of the BlaQue Resource Network, and located here in Queens. Good morning, Aaliyah. How are you today?
I'm good. Good morning, Senator. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm good. How are
Okay.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Good.
happy to be awake and
Yeah.
alive, and the Lord has blessed me with another day. So
Yeah.
we have to try to make the most of it. Um, could you please share with our viewers a little bit about yourself and your organization and what the BlaQue Resource Network does?
Sure, sure. My name is Aleeia Abraham. I'm the co-founder of the BlaQue Resource Network, and it's a space. We're primarily an online group, but we do things offline as well. But we're a space for Black people in Queens to network and share resources. And we cover areas like small business, health and wellness, youth and families, volunteer opportunities, and any other issues that arrive in the Black community that we can organize, come together, and solve.
Great, great. And since the pandemic, the BlaQue Resource Network has been doing a variety of things throughout the community. Um, can you just talk about some of the projects that you've been working on since the pandemic?
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Well, actually, even before we talk about that, well, what inspired you to form this organization, and how have you seen it grow? Well, the BlaQue Resource Network is a group of, um, uh, is it just Queens-based people? Is it
just
people
Queens, just
from?
Black people from Queens. There's 9,000 of
Okay,
us.
okay, great, great.
Yeah, yeah.
And what
So
what
I
inspired
started it.
you to grow it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was just a need, I was in other groups in different communities that were doing this and that were just kind of putting all, of their members together and sharing with each other. And I just thought there was a need. I go to my civic meetings and I go to, different organizations. But I feel like there needed to be one place that everyone can hear what's happening and talk about it together. There needed to be one place where we can discover our small businesses and have a relationship with the business owners and share your event in the park and share your that your daughter started a new business. We needed to talk together and have one conversation, and I felt like we weren't organizing through social media. There were tons of other organizations doing some great things in the community, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we needed to organize online,
Right.
and I saw it existing in other places, so I thought it would be perfect for us.
Oh, great,
And
great.
obviously, it was well received, far better than I thought. And I'm very grateful that we were able to provide this and, work with everyone in the community.
Mm-hmm. You have been, so are you a born and bred Queens girl? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, I am. I'm born and
Okay.
raised in, I mean, I've always lived in Southeast Queens. I moved from South Jamaica to Springfield Gardens to Rosedale and then back to Springfield Gardens when I started my own family. My parents still live in Rosedale, but Springfield Gardens,
Okay.
Rosedale, same thing.
Okay. Great. 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 And where did you go to high school, Lynn?
I went to first I started Campus Magnet, Andrew Jackson, and
Okay.
then I moved to Martin Van Buren.
All right. So you're a Van Buren graduate.
Yep, Van
Excellent.
Buren graduate.
All right. Great.
And then I went to
And
Queensboro and then Queens College. I'm super
great.
Queens.
Great. Great. And what are you doing for your employment at the moment?
I do marketing for some small businesses. I'm also a musician. I have a company for children called Prototype Music,
Hmm.
and we do music production for youth artists.
Okay.
And like I said before, that I also do marketing for a lot of the small business in the community and also some graphic design work.
Great. Great. And you want to tell us about a couple of the projects that the BlaQue Resource Network has been doing since even before the pandemic and what you've been
Right.
doing, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, so before the pandemic, we were already focused on Black businesses. We, organized small business crawls where we take, hundreds of people down Guy Brewer, down Merrick Boulevard with the focus of just shopping Black. The first one we did was for Small Business Saturday last year, and that was very successful. And then we did it again, I want to say early March, right before COVID kind of hit our area. We did that again, and we were able to, our event in March was able to generate $3,000 for, 8 businesses on Merrick Boulevard. So
Mm.
that was really successful. That was a time that, everyone was able to come out and really see each other offline and see who these people are and meet these businesses that we were talking about. So that was very successful. Since COVID, our focus has shifted a little bit to providing just resources that people needed through the pandemic,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So we started with doing fundraising and collecting money to buy from Black-owned restaurants and deliver the food to essential workers. So we did Jamaica Hospital, we did St. John's in Far Rockaway, we did Queens Hospital Center. So we did that for about 4 weeks. We did $300 a week worth of food, and so it gave, a little bit of money to the businesses and a little appreciation to our frontline workers who were really, a really obviously a large part of getting us through this pandemic.
Right.
After that, we were able to secure, we do maybe 500 to 700 boxes a week of fresh produce. And these boxes are large boxes. I don't know if you've ever gotten one.
Yes, I've
So
seen them.
yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
it's tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, lettuce, onions, carrots, corn,
Hmm.
plantain, ginger, thyme, and we just, give out family size boxes to folks every week. So that's something that we've started. We still do that. We have our event this Thursday. We're going to be on the Black Lives Matter mural. So that's something else that we've done through the pandemic. And we've continued to collect money from our group to be able to buy food, hot foods from the Black-owned restaurants to continue to keep them thriving as much as we can. And we distribute that in the community as well. We do deliveries to homebound seniors. We continue to support the essential workers. Beyond that, we push Black business really hard in our booth. Black-owned, Queens-based businesses. We've, designed graphics to go out so what businesses are open and what time they open and how to reach them and who they are. So we're helping build that relationship between the consumer and the
That's,
business owners.
that's great.
Um, so, and in addition to that, of course, we've organized, been a part of, and also organized rallies to address economic injustice, to address racial equality, to address some of the issues that the small businesses have been having with being able to stay open and what they need from the local and state elective. So we've been a part of a lot of different projects in the community, and we do fun stuff too, right? So we had a bunch of birthdays. So there's a Sweet 16 that happened. So we did a birthday parade, and everyone, strangers just from the network, just drove past the kids' house and wished them and made signs. So we do community bonding things as well. So
Hmm.
those are some of the things that we've done in the past couple of months.
That's great. And you want to talk about your food health collective? I mean, you want to talk a little bit more about that in
Sure, sure,
general? That
sure,
your
sure. Yeah, yeah.
what's it called?
So
The shared health
share
pantry.
health, yeah.
Mm.
It was really obviously it was to help combat the food access problem and the joblessness that we've seen through COVID. But in addition to that, the reason that we called it share health, because there's obviously a relationship between diet and immunity. So to
Mm.
help people stay healthy through COVID, we wanted to be able to have them have access to fresh, healthy foods that they can cook for their families, that they can share with their neighbors. So we were able to access this. Thank you so much to Queens Together that is able to get us the shipment weekly of, hundreds and hundreds of boxes. And Gotham Greens as well. They supply our microgreens for the boxes. So
Yeah.
hundreds of boxes of fresh produce. And we literally just pick a business in the community because it helps highlight the business as well. We set
Right.
up tables in front of the business, and we have hundreds of people come and pick up fresh produce. So they're staying healthy. The business is getting some highlights. We have volunteers to make sure people are staying safe, and they have masks and they have gloves, and they're able to come outside and get some fresh air safely, pick up their food, and go and share with their family. So that's
Mm,
what we've been doing
right.
for the last couple of weeks, and so far so good. We haven't been caught in any crazy rain yet, so look, hopefully we stick to that. We're still able
Yeah,
to
no,
do it outdoors.
you've been blessed. All of your outdoor
Yeah,
activities
yeah, no,
have
not yet.
been,
We bought
yeah,
tents and everything, and nothing
right.
happened. So
Oh,
far,
okay.
so good.
And this is all a volunteer effort. Then I know that
All
people.
volunteer effort.
Yeah,
We are funding even just to pay for the truck and to pay for the gloves and to buy the t-shirts. We've all just put our money together and
mm.
made this happen.
Well, that's very impressive. And you guys are mostly young people. I know Diana
I'm still
Rose
young.
and
I'll take it.
yes, you're still young. You
I'll take it. I'll
definitely.
take it. I'll take it.
We're all still young in
There you
spirit,
go.
so it's all good. But I know that you've had many, wonderful volunteers and advocates for in your group, and I know Diana Rose, Letitia
Dinah
Frazier,
Rose,
Sister
Letitia, Yvette,
Williams.
Zena,
Yeah,
Dante, Genevieve. There's a lot of us that really come out and do this together. And I think
and
that's the strongest part of what we have. Our volunteer list is long.
it's
People
long.
want to come
Yeah.
out and help their community.
Right, right. And it's very impressive, and I'm so proud of what you are doing and the fact that you've been able to, get all these folks to mobilize on giving back to the community. It's
Yeah.
just a great resource and a great experience. But
Right.
what moved you to want to do this? What happened in your life that you decided that this
It
would
it
be
was
part of
it
your
was
focus?
just a need. I saw it happen in other places and just wondered why we didn't have it here. Social media is so powerful and
Mm,
it can be used for so much good. And I just when I first did it, I obviously I didn't imagine this. I just said, all right, well, Dane, let's get some graphics together and put it up and kind of see what happens. And we threw it out and instantly people identified that this was something that they needed.
right.
Just faster access to local, hyper local information and resources. So I'm glad I was able to put a team together that understood that there was a need for it and was able to act.
That's great. That's great. And
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
also been active in two other areas, many other areas, because I see you at almost every major volunteer activity, or especially now,
yeah,
every major event that's happening in the area.
yeah.
You've been active throughout the Black Lives Matter movement, and you've
Mhm,
organized several protests.
mhm,
You've been doing the work on the ground for a while.
mhm.
What advice would you give to those who are still marching, fighting for justice, and have the desire to keep going? What motivation would you give them to keep going?
Listen, they people, once in a while you hear somebody say, "Well, marching doesn't work. What is that going to do?" And that is ridiculous.
Right, so not
Someone
true.
has to bring the awareness to these issues. Sometimes
Right,
issues affect me, and I don't even know it's an issue until I hear a group of people like, "No, they don't have to do that." We're very used to just taking what happens to us and not realizing that we have to stand up together and let people know that this is a problem. When you're loud and people hear you, then they can help. If they don't know, even if it affects them, they still don't know. So
right.
we need these people that are going to go out there and advocate for us and take their time and march for us. So we're here to support you, everyone that is doing this. And those of us that are not able to do this, there are still things we can do because maybe you can't go out and march. It's still COVID time. Not everybody is able to do that, but you can make phone calls to help these people that are rallying for you. You can write letters. You can reach out to Senator Comrie and let him know that this is happening and something is happening in your community, in your state, in your world, right?
Right.
So I am grateful that we have people, particularly young people, that are going out and risking their safety because they understand that someone has to say this loud, that we have to organize, we have to bring awareness. Awareness is a large part of a lot of these campaigns. People need to know. So I want them to keep going, keep doing the work that you're doing, And the rest of us who are not able to do that are here to support you with phone calls and letters and I calling out injustices. So I'm grateful that we have a population. Thank you so much to the people even younger than me that I see out there marching and rallying and protesting for these causes.
Right. And protests make a difference. And
Yes, of course they
the
do.
only way to make change is by putting your voice and putting
Awareness. You
your
have to be
spirit
loud.
into it. You have to be
Yes.
loud. And we
Yes.
can't quiet people. You can't
Closed
expect the
mouths.
world. Yeah, closed mouths don't get fed, as they
Yep.
say. So, and then I just wanted to go into two other things. You
Sure.
have been focused on minority and women-owned businesses. Right now, I have a bill that I'm trying to get passed. It's Senate Bill 8778, requiring state agencies to provide a written explanation should a minority or women-owned business enterprise bid be turned down, and also giving them requiring that the recommendations on how their bids can be improved for future consideration. As you know, too often these businesses are being turned down from an opportunity, or they're not given explanations on how to write to the spirit of the bid or the RFP. They've been giving them, a lot of times, they don't get the RFPs until 1 week before they're due, so they don't have a chance to talk to anybody. So, hopefully this bill will help address that issue and focus on some of the things that MWBEs need. What are two things you think that could be most helpful to improving Black-owned companies in throughout the state to be able to get business from state and local government?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's more than two, right? But I'm going to try to condense it. The
Okay.
first thing is fill out the census. Everybody, fill out the
Right,
census because they need
right.
to know that we're here, and the census affects so many different areas. You guys have heard the census
Yes,
spiel already. The
yes.
second part for me is to buy Black and understand why buying Black affects you, what it does for your community. A big part of BlaQue Resource Network is buying Black. We have to be far more intentional on where we spend our dollars and understanding how Buy Black helps you, helps me. Well, we
Hmm.
talk about the poverty and the crime and the education in the Black community, and they can greatly be improved by creating more Black owned businesses and supporting the community Black owned businesses that we have, right?
Right.
It'll help close the racial gap. We've all heard the numbers, 1 in 4 Black families are zero net worth or negative net worth. And, the average white household is 10 times, the income is 10 times more than the Black household. We have to close that gap.
Hmm.
And on a legislative level, I don't know what the legislation is, but we have to vote for elective and keep elected into office that are creating and passing bills that support Black business, and that is the forefront of what they're doing, because they are, everyone says that the business is the heart of the community, but it really is, as much as it's said. So I think I'll just circle back. Us as citizens, as community, we have to understand buying Black, and we have to support legislation and electives that also understand that
Hmm.
and that have our best interest.
I have our best interests at heart.
Yeah.
And we have to continue to work with all these businesses to make sure that they have the tools and
What they
resources
need,
that
it's
they
it's
need.
it's it's education. We have to have experts in here
Right,
for
right.
them to help them work through their needs, and we have to encourage new businesses. We need diverse businesses in the community. You can go in BlaQue Resource Network at any time and see where the gaps are in the type of businesses that we need. People
Oh,
ask for coffee shops all day. People
yes.
ask for nail salons all day. People ask for more schools. People ask for more health food stores. So you know what we need, and we got to get these people that have these business ideas. We have to get them into stores. We have to get them their online businesses. We have to find a way to support online businesses better, because this is where we're going as a society. So if it's a way to regulate small online businesses better and support them better, because they are now a part of our economy, and I think that they're not paid attention to enough.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
And youth
And
entrepreneurs as well, to support young people that have ideas. We had a bike ride the other day from York College around Southeast Queens, and we raised $3,000 in order to provide seed grants to youth entrepreneurs. And it was beautiful seeing everybody out on Merrick Boulevard riding their bikes, and that's great. But we did this to support our local economy and to support our young entrepreneurs.
That's great. And the bike ride. And how will the entrepreneurs be able to bid to get the
Yeah.
$3,000? So how can you talk about who they would have
Well,
to
yeah,
reach
we
out
need
to?
experts to come in and help them, right?
Okay.
They need the education and they need the assistance, and we need to support organizations that are already doing this work. I know there's Marls that's doing this work, and a number of other business organizations that
Right.
had, are trying to have the resources so these businesses know how to fill out these applications and get them in on time and have the correct their back end is together that they're able to bid. So there needs to be more experts in the community that can help everyone fill out these applications.
We're over time, but I'm enjoying the conversation, so we're going to run a little bit
Yes.
longer. But on August 15th, the Black Resource Network is hosting their first virtual gala and
Yes.
award ceremony. I
Yes.
think this is your first award ceremony, period, correct?
Well,
Or,
we haven't made a year yet. This is we're
right.
gonna make 1 year, so this is our
Oh,
first time we're
okay.
gonna do our
Okay.
own awards.
Okay. Well, so, for only being around, I've just assumed you had been around longer as a Black Resource Network, but because I've seen you at so many events over
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But
I was already doing what I could by
good.
myself, and then I
Right.
was like, no, I need to organize and get everybody on because there's a lot
Well,
of us that want to do this.
and it's impressive that you've been working incredibly hard and getting so many people that are aligned with you now, and I'm just
Yeah,
very impressive. So you want to talk about some details about your August 15th event and how
sure.
people could participate, or what website or phone number they could call?
So what it is, it's a virtual gala. We have awards, we have local performers, we have special celebrity guests. We have Montel Jordan performing. This is how
Mm,
we do it. So he's
okay,
performing. We
he's a
have
Queens
Cece.
guy, right? He's
Yeah,
a
we have
Queens
Cece
guy.
Penningston performing.
Oh wow,
Finally, so you guys know that.
yes.
We have Vivica Fox doing our closing words. We have Lucinda Cross as our keynote speaker.
Wow.
We have local electeds that are going to say a few words. We're giving out awards to businesses, The Nourish Spot, Kevin Livingston, Miss Glenda in Rosedale. Everyone has seen her viral video
Mm,
highlighting volunteers that we have that have been working hard to help Black Resource Network. It's going to be a great day. We also have a food package that you can purchase food from a Black-owned business in the community. You pick it up at a central location. We all go home and eat the same food together while we're watching this lovely program. So
okay.
I think it's this is I've never seen this before, but
Right.
we have the right people in place to make this happen. It's going to be a wonderful day. If you're interested in buying tickets, please do so. We're on Eventbrite. It's brnvirtualgala.eventbrite.com. You can go on the Black Resource Network, find some tickets. We're still looking for journal ads. We're still looking for sponsors. We're still looking for donations. You can be a part of this. We're still looking for fine artists to showcase their canvas pieces. Reach out to us. You know how to find Aaliyah Abraham.
All
Come be a
right.
part of our virtual gala.
So the Black Resource Network has a website, a Facebook
Yes,
page, and what?
www.blackresourcenetwork.com. We're on Instagram, Black Resource Network. We're on Facebook, Black Resource Network, BLAQUE Resource Network.
BLAQUE. Thank you, Aaliyah.
Yes.
Are there any other events or issues that you wanted to talk about or share with our audience at the
Sure,
moment?
sure. After our gala, my main focus is keeping there's an arcade, a Black-owned arcade in Queens Village called Game Station. And after the gala, my main focus is making sure that Game Station doesn't close. The owner is a strong supporter of the Black Resource Network. He's a veteran. He's risked his life for this country. And early in March, he became very ill,
I
and
didn't know that.
yes,
Wow.
yes, he was in a coma 5 weeks. And he's healthier now. He's learning how to walk and talk again. But
Mm.
I don't want this business to close. He's a lovely gentleman. He has a beautiful family. I think he has 4 or 5 kids. His wife Keisha, and businesses like his are what I'm talking about diverse businesses that we need to make sure stay in the community. Everyone sees arcade and thinks, who cares? But these kids need some place to go. He has STEM programs there. He does tutoring. He does after school programs. He works with the kids and teaches them how to code. We need this business in the community. So my main focus after next week gala is to make sure Game Station does not close.
All right, audience, you heard that Game Station in Queens Village. Um, we need to support them in
Yes.
every way possible.
Yes. Well,
So
we need to help them reopen.
we
I'm
open.
gonna do I'm gonna do a crowdfunding campaign right after this to make sure that Game Station stays in our community.
Right. But also on August 15th, we need to support the Black Resource Network Gala. And please go online to all of those different online platforms. You'll find a Black Resource, BLAQUE,
QE.
or Aaliyah Abraham. Aaliyah, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to share your experiences. Um, and to those of you at home for choosing to spend this time with us, I hope this episode has been helpful to you and has inspired some of you to get involved in the inner workings of state government or with an organization that is already doing things
Yeah,
for your community. They always need more people. We always need volunteers to
always.
serve. Please, if you're interested in serving, reach out to me, reach out to Aaliyah, reach out to someone, or start your own. Queens is a lot of self-starters that are doing things every day. My office is proud to have, as we've helped Aaliyah and the Black Resource Network with logistics and
Yep.
supplies, we will help you with your organization or with your idea if you're looking to start something. We always need people to take time to give back to the community, and it's the strength in young people like Aaliyah and the Black Resource Network that makes Queens strong. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Comrie's Corner. Thank you, Aaliyah, for being with us. And
Anytime.
we hope to make sure that we can bring other folks that are interesting and informative to you, so that you can be empowered with information and resources, so that you also can be an active part of our community. Stay safe out there. Again, this is Leroy Comrie, New York State Senator. Thank you for watching Comrie's Corner.